Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, which is not the day that we normally do Tap Talk, but yesterday got away from me. So I apologize for that. And we're doing it today because um, it's an important day for me to reach out to you, our watching audience. It is our fall fundraiser. And I am just here to talk to you about why it matters to support local art and how you might get involved. Uh, so I want to tell you a little story quickly about something that I had a conversation earlier this week with someone who told me that her partner had heard about the interview that I did with Tony Gehrig earlier I think maybe I did it in August on his radio program. And this partner was pretty furious that the arts were being supported at the federal, state level, city level. Didn't see any reason for it. And she was telling me this because she was advocating for the value of supporting art in this important way from the 3 city levels. And I just want to spend a second saying that there are a lot of good causes in our community, in our metro. No doubt about it. We need the nonprofit sector to do the work that it does because government can't and shouldn't be doing some of that work. And capitalism does not lend itself to serving people who are on the margins or serving the organizations that are doing the work that really nobody else can do. And I want to say to you that the arts are technically a nonprofit. We have 501c3 status or some sort of 501 status. And I support that wholeheartedly. And I don't pretend that we are not a nonprofit. But here's what the arts do that nobody else can do. The arts are a catalyst for attracting and retaining employees, new business, young people, all of the kinds of things that we know is an enormous uphill challenge in this community and really across the country. The arts make places safer. The arts help drive business. You know as well as I do that when you go to visit places, what do you take pictures of? Do you go stand in front of the water treatment plant, which we need? I want fresh water. But do you take pictures in front of the water treatment plant or do you take pictures in front of the public art? Do you go visit the electrical grids of cities or do you go visit museums? Do you buy tickets to I don't know. I can't really come up with another infrastructure piece, or do you buy tickets to performances? The arts are what draw people to places. So that's an important piece that I think most of our audience knows. But let me just say the reason I told you about the story with the woman I was talking to and her partner is because she's not technically part of the art sector. She's an art appreciator, and she stood up for the arts in the face of his criticism of public support. So if you are an art supporter, and you go to arts events, you go to galleries, you shop locally, you support individual artists. First of all, thank you for that. But second of all, you can be an advocate for the sector simply by talking about why you think it's important, sharing what you know the arts have done for you personally, for your place of business, for you when you've traveled, for you if you've moved someplace, all of those things. Be an advocate who doesn't just let people say, oh, the arts shouldn't be getting a handout. The arts aren't getting a handout. The arts are an investment that pay back big time. So if you have not ever done that, I invite you to do that. I want to pull up our annual report. And I want to go back 2 slides. Sorry, I should have done that in the first place. And I want to show you why the Arts Partnership in particular is such an important organization. This is hard work, that what we do at the Arts Partnership, because in essence, I'm selling something like oxygen. We don't have a product to sell. This is an Adam Priebnow mug. I don't have a product that we create. We don't put on performances. We are the glue of the sector. So if you look in 2022, the fiscal year that ended June 30th, $28,670 in stipends to creatives. Look at that number. When I started 12 years ago, there were almost no dollars for individual artists. We have worked unbelievably hard to change that narrative because artists need support. Look at our programs. Community supported art, we sold 55 shares. Artworks is up in 22 locations. Artists get stipends for that. Chalkfest served almost 1,300 people. Aptitude has a full space of 18 artists, I believe, or 18 studios filled, more than that because some artists are sharing. Plus, we subsidize their rent. West Acres has given us an incredible deal. We have created a space for artists to affordably, safely work and for the community to intersect in a really fun and dynamic way at Aptitude. Look at the words that have been written, 91,000 words over the course of a year across 52 forum articles, 4 Facebook posts times 52 weeks, 5,600 Facebook followers. This work matters, and it's hard to quantify. I mean, it is quantified here, but it's hard to qualify, I guess I should say, because again, it's not a product exactly. It's a quality of life, it's a feeling, it's a energy, it's a value that a community makes about who they want to be and how they want to be defined. If you go and look at the New York Times article that came out about Fargo this week, you know what is mostly mentioned? Arts and culture. Between the food and the art opportunities and the architecture and the location and the intentionality put into all of the places that are referenced, that is all art and culture. That's what that is. So that is why our work is important. Let me just give you a little more information. Look at how our grants have grown. Again, in 2013, I got to move close because I can't really read this very well. In 2013, we gave out $2,500 in artist grants. Look at what we're giving out now in 2022. These are the organizations that got City Arts Partnership grants. That's the money that we get from the 3 cities, which mostly goes out to support these organizations. You can see how things have grown. Let me show you. This is the individual artist. This is privately raised money to go to individual artists. So if you've ever supported the individual arts partnership grants, thank you for that. And then a new program, which I'm really, really proud of. The Choice Bank Arts Partnership Grants is moving into its 2nd year. We've renamed it the Art for All Grants because we secured more funding from some additional places, including Choice. But this work I am extremely proud of because it is putting into action something we've talked about now for more than 2 years: diversity, equity, and inclusion. We know that the arts belong to and are for everyone. And we know that the arts have historically not always done what they need to do to be open, welcoming, inviting, and equitable to everyone. And we are working hard to rectify that in myriad ways, including with the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee at the Arts Partnership that has spent considerable time working through a number of things that we need to internally adopt and adapt. But these grants take arts work and they apply them to the health and human sector of the nonprofit sector as a whole. So if you look at who got these grants: BioGirls, Churches United, Cultural Diversity Resources, Indigenous Legacy Family Healthcare, Jeremiah Childcare, wow, it's hard for me to read, Ronald McDonald House, Charities of the Red River Soul Solutions Recovery Center. Those are health and human services groups that applied for arts dollars to bring arts to serve their constituents and serve their mission in a bigger, bolder way. Look at that picture. How happy does that little girl look? She's learning about her culture. She's making art. She's improving her fine and gross motor skills. She's having all of these experiences because guess what? Most of these places are hanging on by a thread financially, just like we are. And so they can't do the nice to have, which is what art feels like when you're working to secure enough beds and enough rehab spaces and enough of all the other things that they're working on. We came in with the generosity of choice last year and with new organizations and businesses this year, and we're providing the ability for a nice to have to become a must have as they work their mission to better reach their audience. Our artists are going into these organizations. And so equity, diversity, inclusion is happening in a much more tangible, present way right here in the Metro because of the work being done through the Art for All grants, formerly the Choice Bank Arts Partnership grants. The Arts Partnership is in the middle of our campaign, as I said, and we need you. I am asking you, if you've given in the past, please give again. If you've already given to this campaign, please give again. If you've never given to the Arts Partnership, please consider a gift. If you are somebody who thinks, well, I can't give very much money, so what does it matter? Let me promise you, every single dollar matters. When we started giving grants to individual artists, we had $2,500 that I had saved from another program that we were doing. We gave out five $500 grants. This year we gave out, 9, 10, 11 grants, something like that. Some of them up to $2,500. You know how that happened? Dollar by dollar. Absolutely. It's the only way that happens. So if you're somebody who thinks, well, I can't give much at all, so I'm not going to give anything. Could you give $5 a month? Could you become a sustaining donor for $5 a month? If 50 people did that, that would make a real difference. But here's what I want you to hear me saying. Your $5 a month makes a real difference. Every dollar counts. We grow our programs by $1, $2, $3, $4. We depend on city funding. We depend on corporate funding. We depend on grants and foundations. And we depend on you, individual donors. You can go to theartspartnership.net/donate. Every single dollar you give matters. If you've already given, thank you. If you've thought about it and haven't yet, we would love to wrap this campaign up on Monday, but we are not where we need to be. So please, 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 please don't not give because you think your small amount doesn't matter. Every single dollar matters. Every single dollar goes back into ensuring that the arts in this community, Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo, and the region are better supported, better advocated for, better communicated about, better granted to. It all matters. Theartspartnership.net/donate. Every single dollar matters. And if you think that that's not true, then give me a call and I will talk you through why it is absolutely true. Every single dollar matters. Please give today. Please support our work so that we can better support local art. Thank you so much for everything you've done in the past. Please keep going. We need you. We need you. So please do what you can before Monday. Make it a Halloween present if you want. Give in honor of somebody, give anonymously. I will call every single person who gives a donation and say thank you, probably to your voicemail because we don't tend to answer the phone if we don't know who it is. But I will call you. You'll get a donation form. I will write to you. I will be grateful. My board will be grateful. and the sector will be stronger. Please, please, please give today. Support the work of the Arts Partnership, support local art. Thank you so much. Have a great, beautiful weekend. Give what you can when you can. And thanks again. Take care. I'll see you next week.